Hello in TV land, it's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get crackin', crack-a-lackin'. How y'all doing today? It is a fine and glorious fall Wednesday afternoon. Is it really fall? I don't know if technically it is fall. It should be because it is gorgeous outside. If the weather decided to make a day that looked like me, it would look like today. That's all I'm saying. It's clear blue skies, nice light breeze, leaves are starting to turn. It's like what, mid 60s? Which is exactly what I think whenever I see my reflection. And let's I don't know, where did that go? Why did it do that? I'm lowering the resolution and minimizing myself because I really want to dive right into things. But you know what? I'll take the time to make small talk while I'm setting things up. Did I ask how y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fine. Fantastic. For me, Wednesday's pretty much over. Well, the most, I'm going to say, draining part of my week is, of course, work, because there is a mandatory requirement to be at the place for a certain amount of hours, for a certain number of days, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I'm going to say it's only 40 hours a week, of course, and because I was at work extra long on Monday, that means I'm getting Friday off completely clean, which is great. So really, I'm 19, yeah, I'm more than halfway past the. I'm actually like 3/4 of the way past my required 40 hours a week. So yeah, it's all downhill as far as requirements for the rest of the week, but uphill as far as anticipation for being able to relax and enjoy myself. And I hope the same is true for you. Unless, of course, you have a different work schedule, in which case I hope you enjoy your work and that it is not tedious, and not that my work is tedious, although it can be. It's not so much that bothers me. It's the whole having to be someplace. Getting paid for your time, not really getting paid just to get stuff done. It's annoying. Alright, so if you've been noticing how I'm setting things up, you'd be saying to yourself, Freelancer Joe, this is not what you normally do. Normally you open a terminal and you open your editor and you open a browser and then you start up your application. I was like, well, this is true. But if you remember from yesterday's episode, I had encountered some behavior that was new to me from my call to the contact form Lambda via Amazon's API gateway. And I'd never seen it before. So while the camera was off, I played around with it some more, and let me see, I have it working, as in the gateway should now spit back the message that I'm expecting. So from the pragmatic perspective, I am not done because I still have to update my the actual code base for my UI. But from pragmatically, it's working and I can handle the various behaviors. But from the purist standpoint, it's not right. So let me go through and show basically what I had to change, and hopefully I remember where it all is. Okay, was it? Alright. So we have the API gateway, and it is basically in front of the Lambda. It exposes the Lambda to the internet. So this is the method that goes into the gateway, and then this is the integration request of how the gateway endpoint talks to the Lambda. And then this is the Lambda part right here. Let me move this over here. Lambda does its thing, sends, this is the integration response, integration between the gateway and the Lambda, and then this is what the gateway spits back out. Now, I do not recall seeing this before, but this apparently was checked, and it basically says request will be proxied to Lambda with request details available in the event handler of your function. And if I uncheck this, which clearly I have already unchecked, and then I enable cores manually, let me go ahead and services. Let's open up Lambda again, because I'm going to test it to show you that it's doing what, now it's doing what I expect it to be doing. Let's look at the email. In theory, I could have also looked at my code base, but it's always nice to just go through here to help reinforce how the UI functions. No, not you, you. Copy that. We don't need that. Go back to here. Let's do a test. Pass in the body. And run the test. And before, it would just spit back a response with headers, but not this particular attribute here, or actually this thing either. So as you can see, we're now getting the correct response. Now actually, I'm not sure. You know, let's check to see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right from the pragmatic perspective. So maybe I should have opened the terminal and started things up. Oh. Freelancer Joe is not so conceited as to say that he is infallible. It's true. I do make mistakes. I know. Difficult to believe. But I am such a great person that I can freely admit that I do very infrequently make mistakes. Very infrequently. Super infrequently. It doesn't happen too often. But I embrace them. Because mistakes are simply opportunities to learn. I mean, if you never make any mistakes, that means you know everything. That's kind of a boring way to live life, you know? So, you know, say that you don't know something, admit that you don't know something, and admit when you're wrong. And go from there. I mean, hiding it won't undo it. Alright, so I've just now started up my website. What I'm going to try to do... let me see. I probably should have started up my editor too, just to verify. I might still get an error. What I'm really more interested in seeing is whether or not my UI gets that full response back. And if it does, then I can go back and explain why I'm wrong from the purist perspective. Oh, it is nice. The exact word of the day when I was in college that I would play hooky from classes. And go play tennis. Or more accurately, just hang around on the tennis court hitting balls over the fence. Baseness? Tennis ball. Tennis ball. That's what. It was tennis ball. That's what I did. Not on purpose, mind you. Starting up. Alright, let's go to hire me. And you should hire me. For anything and everything. Joe at, and I still remember, jor.com. I should check to see if that's available. Testing Jor. I don't, so let's open up the web console to view the log and see if I actually do get that response back. Will I be wrong twice? Ooh, if that's the case, I suggest you all go buy some lottery tickets. Alright, let's click submit. See what our response is. That was fine. Because my code is still looking for body, but what I'm looking for is this response. Alright. Looks like I was indeed wrong. Alright. That's fine. Which is request response. Response body, response headers. Is this the right endpoint? The thing is, when you make a change to your API gateway endpoint configuration, you pretty much always have to redeploy it. I did this yesterday, but deploy. I mean, we'll still probably get the error, but that's still fine. All right, let's try that again. Hopefully, I won't be sending so many emails that Google decides to block it. Block.com, derpin, derpin. Clear that out. Submit. What? Oh. My form validation. That's how good my code is. Really? Wait, are you still deploying? So that's new. What did you say? Of course. Okay. Yep. Okay, so as it turns out, I was not even pragmatically correct. Which is just as well. Which means I'm not going to explain why I was correct to begin with. Alright, so let's go back to contact form proxy. Really? CORS was not enabled? Oh, maybe I have to actually enable it on this too. Enable CORS. Blah, 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 blah. Strange. Could have sworn I already did that. Post. Alright, that's all there. Alright, and let's redeploy it. Very strange. It's a drawback of people who have some technical chops, such as myself. Part of what makes us so good is that we also get bogged down in very, very small, minor things. Alright, so this thing looks like it should have deployed. Double check that. 6.8. That looks the same. Otherwise, I'll have to go undo the entire thing. Herpin at derpin. Herpin. I think this entire episode is just going to be me hammering away at the keys. I hope you don't mind too much. Errors rate email. Woo! Boy, I'm acting like it's all downhill, but, well, yeah, it is. Clearly, I'm acting like it's completely downhill. Alright, no, so, missing token. Oh, I'm missing that? Wait, is that because... Let's look at my manager again. And I don't want you anymore. Wait, what? Where? Alright, go. Undo that change. No, you're not going to undo that change? Fine. I'm looking to see... Is it you? Because you're expecting this? I wonder if I should put that back in there. Well, let's double check. Boy, I should have spent more time off camera getting this all worked out. Well, but if I constantly present you with the smoothest of operations, well, no doubt you'll be impressed at Freelancer Joe that it would be a sham, a lie. The real proof is, but you think about it. When you hire a technical person, you're hiring them to solve a problem. So you don't actually want to see them just do things automatically via a script, because, you know, the real interesting problem, the real cases where talent is shown is how they handle when things don't go right. Can they solve the problem? Because if they can't, then it's not going to do you much good unless you're asking them for the most basic of things. I verify that that format is correct. Okay. Alright, so that did appear to work. So I was right. Message success undefined. Yeah, because I was pulling on. This is what I'm interested in. The response, body use, status 200, status 6. Alright. So no, though. I'm still wrong, actually. And now I'll tell you why I'm wrong. From the purist perspective. I'm still wrong pragmatically, too, because as you can see, the response does not contain the body text. But from the purist perspective, I'm still wrong, too. Wow, buy multiple lottery tickets. Alright. I'm still wrong. Well, clearly wrong pragmatically because the response doesn't contain what I'm looking for. Programmatic, purist wrong, because regardless of what the Lambda spits back, the API gateway is always going to send back an HTTP status of 200, which means success. Although, should I really consider that to be wrong from a purist perspective? I mean, technically, the request to the gateway does work. That's an interesting question. That's another way to look at it. So basically, right. If something goes wrong with the processing, the response should have an HTTP status of 400 something, or if something internally bad goes wrong, then it should have a status of 500 something, whatever. There's a whole list of what those things should be. And I think I kind of briefly touched on that when I was actually writing my Lambda originally, for whatever, I forget when those episodes were, however many months ago. So here's what I need to consider. I mean, if the request to the gateway works fine, should I consider it a 200? Or should essentially the response from the gateway be what the response for the Lambda was? And that's why I believe that I am actually, from the purist perspective, wrong. Alright, if we re-enable this, alright, fine. Okay. And now if I look at this again, and this is what it was, well, when I went and looked at it again, this is what it was. So now, my guess is that this method response, so it acts as a proxy, so it's going to pass straight back what the Lambda says, the status code, but it's not passing back the data. And that's where I'm, I'll say confused, but you know what, I don't, it's going to keep sending me emails, and I'm almost certain eventually Gmail's going to spam me for that. Alright, alright. So now you'll see, well, so this should be, wait, you didn't copy, did you? Configure test events, Control A, copy, close that, go there, test, Control A, V, name, email, subject, name, email, subject, message. Those are all 4, right? Name, email, subject, message. Yeah. Is it not copying? Configure test now. Name, email, subject. This does not look like name, email, subject, message, yes. Alright, now I'm going to run this. I don't think that's actually working right. Alright. No, I don't, what am I missing? Email, name, email, subject. If event body, name, email, subject, message. Huh. It doesn't look like it's right, to be honest, but okay. Alright, there we go. Response body, response headers. Method request, okay, before transformation. So it does a transform. No, wait. Endpoint, yeah, that's fine. Method response body after transformation. Alright. So it does a transform for whatever reason. Method response dot. Okay, so it's going to be response dot body, isn't it? Alright, I bet you that's what it is. Well, clearly, today's the day to bet against Freelancer Joe. Gotta redeploy. Actions, deploy. I think it's stuffing it in the response body. That is my guess. Clearly, I'm doing lots of guesses. And I'm awfully sweaty, which is funny because I'm still on my off training week. Oh, it's the shame. I'm burning from the shame. Error, fine. Okay. Response. Body used false. Why is the body used false? No, wait. The body used true. Okay, here we go. Received JSON contact email sent. Wait, that's what it received. Alright. That was not JSON. Why is it? So I wanted to return JSON because, well, it's fine for this particular case. But if I want to set up gateways for future processing for other traditional lambdas, I'm going to need it to return a data structure. So now the real question is, no, I don't care about you. It's this particular transform. Why isn't this transform for 200, which is what it gave me, response body should be contact form success. Fine. And I looked at my model yesterday. And great, I'm kind of where I was at yesterday. Properties, body, type, string. It has to do with how I define the model. Type string. No, learning resources, thank you. Alright, example, there we go, that's good. Right, I said type object. Alright. But it's only, is it only returning that? Alright. So it seems like I wasted this entire episode. No, I did not waste. I have narrowed down my particular issue that I need to go over, which is I have to figure out how to map this JSON schema into, or to create a model, and how to have the lambda produce something that the gateway can map to the model. But this is strange. So this is body type string, so it's returning. What does my response look like? Not you. It's returning body string. Yeah, okay. But what happens if I put in multiple ones? And that's the real question. Well, I'm going to have to play with that off camera. And, well, and that's what I'm going to do because we're almost at the 30-minute mark. So thank you for bearing with me as I'm going to call this the Joe is Stumped episode. Not really. Well, I don't need to make a very special episode for that because it happens a lot more often than you would think. But I'm sexily stumped. So, thank you for bearing with me, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have something better to show. In the meantime, I hope the rest of your day goes much better than mine, and that you'll join me again tomorrow where hopefully we will have success. So, thank you for joining me. Take care, and God bless.